Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wild Raven Tarot. This is a segment called Reading with Bobby, where I invite my friends on to read with me. Today, I'm joined by Sabrina Spard. How you doing, my love?
I'm good, Bobby. How are you?
I'm well. This is actually the first time Sabrina and I have ever read together, so I'm excited about it.
We're gonna have some
Um,
fun.
yeah, Sabrina, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself while people trickle in?
Sure. This magical mystery ride started about 40 years ago. Um, I was teaching aerobics at the Seacoast YMCA, and one of the girls there was very into astrology, and she bothered me for probably 2 years to get my birth data. And I just, in one ear and out the other, wasn't thinking about it. So, needless to say, that's kind of where it all began. And I ended up kind of traveling in this esoteric group of people. Back then, there was the Seacoast Astrological Association, and that was around Boston. And then from there, I went to tarot, started messing with runes. Then in my 30s, I started a fitness business. And then years later, I started a Pilates studio. And that's what I've been doing for the last 20 years. And then a couple years ago, I started looking at these astrological charts on Facebook. And I would just look at them and I would go boom, 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 boom. And I'd answer the questions. And I did that 2 or 3 times, and I'm looking around and I'm like, all right, where's that coming from? I was just like, how did I wait a minute? This has like been dormant for years. And then I started messing with tarot cards, and I found my tarot notebook from 1997, which I was like, okay, this is crazy. So this was about 2 years ago. And then I got all this stuff floating around. Runes come out next, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm getting shoved into this. So here I am, and giving the talks that I give um, on my site started on Facebook about a year ago after the fateful 2024 election. And that's all I'm going to say about politics. That's it. But yeah, so I started giving these talks on Facebook because my friends were losing their minds. And I'm like, I got to come on here and talk these people down off the ledge or they're going to go over. And so I've been meaning to get on YouTube now for about a year. And I started this in August. And here I am. And I'm very
Perfect.
grateful. Thank you, Bobby, for having me very much.
Well, we take care of our community. Excuse me. I don't know why I could be coughing. We all know why I'm coughing.
If I start
It's
coughing, it's because I've been talking and talking because all I do is talk or give
perfect.
orders.
We got a lot of people with us. Let's say hi to a few, shall we? People are trickling in. We've got Anita, Old Windwalker, the Juniper Vale. What a great name. Oh,
Oh,
that's
tapioca.
tapioca.
Nice. I
What
love that name
up?
too.
I do, Anita, Moonfox, Shannon, and of course Selena. Anything for Selena's. She's work lurking. Okay, Shannon, we've got more people joining us. Perfect. Okay. So, what are we doing today? Well, we are doing readings, pretty much just messages. Whatever we see in the cards is what we are relating for you. Um, Somebody asked, how do you get in for a reading? Well, I'm glad you asked. The hashtag is hashtag Sabrina. Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure. I'll give you I'll show you what I mean. Uh Share screen. StreamYard giveaway tool. Share. Like that. All right. Um Everybody put Sabrina. Go. We're collecting notes. Now, Sabrina, what kind of decks are you using today?
Okay, so I have quite a few out, and whatever the spirit leads me to. I got this brand new deck in this guy's book, and this is the Sugar Skull Tarot deck. It's kind of Day of the Dead based, and this guy got his inspiration from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I'm here in New Mexico. And then I thought, because today's the new moon in Libra, I pulled out the Moonology Manifestation Oracle and then some Moon Magic. These are cute little cards that fit in my hands, which is great. So, and there's a couple other here, and I'll if I use them, I'll show them to you. So,
Perfect. Um, I, of course, will be using my Day of the Dead deck, my Santa Muerte Tarot. And I may probably use the mini version because I really like using it. It's easy for me to shuffle. I'm also going to be using the cutest little Halloween deck you ever saw. Look at that. This has been pointed out as not a Bobby deck. I know. That's what makes it so cool. It's not a Bobby deck. And then probably the Wayward Dark. Maybe the Dark Witch. Whatever the spirit grabs me. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Jan, how you doing? Good to see you. Can somebody put the link in the chat for what? All right, so here's what's going to happen, folks. Oh, you're doing better now? Good. Sabrina, hashtag Sabrina into the chat. Now, I know once I click on this button, that's going to disappear. Okay, it's just Bobby being weird. All right, shall we?
we shall.
All right, we've already got a few entries in. Here we go. All winners must be present. Oh, Wim Walker. Oh boy, I swallowed my water wrong. Hi, Jackie. How you doing, love? Hey, Maureen. All right. So our first person is Old Win Walker, and we're going to read for you today, my friend. And what we're reading is what you need to hear. And if you finish before me, let me know.
I will do that. So happy new moon, everybody. Today's a great day to set a new intention.
Yeah, I'm excited to have an astrologer on who understands the zodiac and the houses. That's awesome. I love that. I think everyone should have at least a passing knowledge of astrology.
Well, I was thinking how a lot of people, like get all confused with astrology. And it's a lot. It's a lot to learn because you have to know the signs, you have to know the planets, you have to know the houses, you have to know how all these signs and planets interact with each other. And I guess it started so long ago for me, I forgot.
Right.
And I mean, tarot's a little different. You have 78 cards, and once you sort out those 78 cards, the rest kind of is intuition. But astrology is kind of pretty scientific. So,
Yeah.
not that I'm a scientist by any stretch.
Well, we were talking through chat, and you had made a comment about bringing astrology, and I was like, I wanted to let you know I do tarot astrology. I'm not a deep astrologer like she is. Everybody, y'all know I do use astrology in my readings, but there are very set and defined things with the tarot, like say the suit of wands. The ace doesn't count. All the aces are contain the energy of all the suits. Like wands contain all the fire signs, so Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And then each card also has a planet associated with it, which helps you narrow it down. But with astrology, there's a whole deep fabric, you know,
Well, the astrology is also open to the interpretation of the astrologer.
just
And
like tarot.
yeah, exactly. But with astrology, I like to call it potential. There's potential based on the planetary energies, based on your own energy. There's potential for things, and there's always free will. And yeah, so astrology can like give you warnings ahead of time for things, like if this, like today's a new moon, so you've got this, clue that you can set a new intention. And there is a lot to it, and I don't know nearly as much as many, but I'm trying. So
We work what we work. Um, I've been a firm believer. Hey, Krista, how you doing? I've been a firm believer that we have the knowledge we need at the time we need it. So if somebody needs to hear a certain message, we'll have the knowledge that they need. Um, that's just me. I'm a big you could do it type person. Hold on. You guys. This time of year, we slept with the windows open last night, so I woke up with not a cold, but allergies. You know what I mean?
I do. I
Uh,
took my allergy pill as soon as I got out of bed. So
right. That's what my husband does. All right. So, Old Windwalker, we're starting for you. First card I have for you is the Four of Cups. Okay, but this Four of Cups is in reverse. This tells me that you're coming out of a period of feeling boxed in and alone, very dissatisfied, but you haven't quite started the new project you're about to start. We have the Magician card in reverse. So the Magician's all about manifesting things. These two cards are saying you're kind of slow to do that right now because of recent events. That's okay. You take your time, you do what you got to do. But know that you need to apply a little more forward momentum. We have the Queen here, the Queen of Wands. This all the queens in this deck pretty much remind me of my family, my grandmother. Um the Queen of Wands in reverse tells me that you may have trouble right now initiating things that are important to you. Say, well, the Queen of Wands is associated with Aries energy, very go get it, very start this shit right energy. I'm
yay, I can
not.
swear.
Yeah, you can.
That's
uh,
awesome.
this is about remembering you're in control of things and taking control of them. Um, I think for whatever reason you're pulling back right now, that's fine. Just it's okay to pull back and rest, but not to make it a home. Okay. So that is what I have for you. What about you, Sabrina?
All right. Well, I pulled a card from each of these three decks. Don't you just love how the cards just tell it like it is? They never cease to amaze me. So the first one is from the little Moon Magic deck, and if you look at the picture and look at that person with this joyous hooray right over that moon, and the card says, "Gratefully, I surrender my struggle." Now, when you put this on top of the cards that Bobby has, and I do it like an accumulation of the message. I mean, it sounds like perhaps you have had a little struggle getting things going. And sometimes when you don't know what to do and you're struggling, just kind of surrender and just say, you know what? I don't know what to do right now. I could use some help. And if you put that out there to the universe and mean it, the universe will come running. So the next card, and this is from the Moonology deck. So the beautiful, beautiful images. And you can see that this is a new moon. Now, in this card, it says new moon in Sag. That's okay. I'll take Sagittarius since I am one. Focus on the positive. So, and then your final card, this is from the Sugar Skull deck, is Temperance. Okay, so Temperance is finding balance. So, if I would summarize all this, it sounds like perhaps you have had some struggles. You feel like maybe you're spinning your wheels, you're not getting anywhere. Time to surrender, focus on the positive, look around, and an attitude of gratitude will go a super long way. And I know that sounds like a little cliche, but if you spend time looking around at everything that is fabulous in your life, that can turn the whole day around right there. And with your temperance card, maybe you've been spending a little bit too much time in this reverse mode of spinning the wheels. Maybe find a little more balance and say, you know what, I'm going to put that to the side right now. I'm just going to let everything simmer. I may set a new intention for this new moon that, I'm going to release everything and let the universe guide the way. So I hope that's helpful to you.
Thank you, old Windwalker, for letting us read for you. Remember, we are not medical professionals. We are not legal professionals. What we are is a couple of yokels with some cards. So
Lots of cards.
lots of cards.
Way too many cards.
If you feel you are in crisis or need help, we are not the ones to seek out first. Okay. In my links, there are some links to crisis situations, abusive. If you're being abused or know somebody that's being abused, or if you know somebody who's a teen runaway, there's all kinds of links that I put there. I realize that sometimes people are not going to say on air that certain things are going on, but know that you could always check my links for the suicide prevention line and things like that. All right. You're welcome, old Windwalker. I see you. All right. Now let's get back to it.
Spin that wheel.
Right. Let's add it to stage first. There we go. Okay.
And I'm sure we would love to know if this stuff is resonating with you. We hope so.
It's going to be Jan. Watch. Oh, Lulu. Ah, yeah.
Oh, fun.
Woof.
Lulu, you're fun. I'm going to switch decks just for you, Lulu.
I did too. I switch decks almost every one though, so. All right, Lulu, for you, I broke out the Heaven and Earth deck.
Lulu, you are getting the Mindful Collective Daily Affirmations. I pulled that up for you. It's a really cute deck, and I can actually fit it in my hands, which is fabulous.
So you an extra card dropped on this deck for you. See. Okay, Lulu, here's what I got for you, girl. The first card I have for you is the card of love, the Two of Cups. We love the Two of Cups. Hold on, let me do this. I'm gonna cut you out for a second, Sabrina. Okay. Um, the love card is exactly what it sounds like. It's ruled by Venus and Cancer. It's a very emotional, very fluid card. Um, it's a meeting of the minds, not just the body and the soul. It's a connection, a proper connection. But it looks like there's some trouble in paradise because you got the Five of Wands in reverse here. Now, this is saying that this relationship has survived some pretty rough times, or not survived, been through some pretty rough times. I also see you have the Seven of Swords, which is a card of sneakiness and theft. So I'm thinking this is a situation that kind of defined who you are, um, that made you remember you are the Queen of Swords, she who is in charge and who we do not fuck with. Uh, I think you're worried that that kind of situation may be happening again or still. Um, and I say that because I drew an oracle card for you just for the hell of it because I couldn't quite tell where this was going. Um, I drew this cute ass little card called Conjure the Dragon. And what this means is find your bravery between this card and the Queen of Swords. This is saying, you know what you got to do, or you know how to do it. You just got to get up and find the energy to do it. It looks like there's been some trouble in the on the home front for you. Don't judge the future on the past, though. All right, go into things with your eyes wide open, but reserve judgment. That's pretty much all I have for you on that. What about you, Sabrina?
Okay, let's find out.
Hmm.
All right. So,
Oh, I'm going to shut my door.
Moon Magic deck. I'm going to keep going, Bobby, if that's all right with you. Okay, this says, I flow towards my goal. I am strongly protected as I go. So, I'm going to combine these with Bobby's card. So it sounds like maybe there's been some strife. Five of Swords, Seven of Swords. The swords are not usually super happy cards. They can be truth, clarity, intuition, and cut right through the bullshit. But I think perhaps you need to call in some protection from your guides for these situations, whatever you're going through. This is fabulous. All right, so this is the daily affirmations deck. So I'm going to hold this up here so you can also see it. Okay. And this says, I know my worth And I do not
Whoops.
settle for less. Hi, it's all about
Hi.
Bobby.
Sorry. Hold on. I hit the wrong button again.
It's all right. He's punching buttons there. Okay. So it's really important to know your worth. And I think perhaps with the strife, if there is indeed the strife that the cards are showing, I think that if you understand your own worth, that is going to help you through the strife of Five of Swords. And Seven of Swords can also be standing your ground some. So it is the thief in the night. You see him stealing all those swords. But, just to think, call on some protection and know your worth. And then this last card here, I don't think I showed this deck. This is kind of fun. This what's in your stars. That's what this deck is about. And there's a lot of yakking on here. So I'll show it to you. Oh, look at that bird on there, Bobby. It's talking to you.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So this is freedom. And Sagittarius again. I guess the Sagittarius is in the house. Okay, this says releasing a bird to fly free. So I first saw this card and I saw freedom at the top with this whole collection of cards. I don't know your situation. I'm just saying that the cards might be suggesting you need freedom, you need space, maybe you need to get out of the situation that is causing all this strife in your life. And then this says a wild bird soars on the air, limited only by its wingspan and the weather. Do you need to find bigger adventures or a new life philosophy? Don't you love how these cards all tie together? I just love this. Okay. Are there limitations on your freedom that need to be acknowledged? Okay. And I did draw just like Bobby did, only I did it before he even did it. I pulled another oracle card for you too, Miss Lulu. And this, you all laugh at me when I tell you this. This is the secret language of darkness. Now, my friend Kevin Chandler uses the secret language of light. I went straight for the darkness because that's a little bit more my speed. I wear black every day. I just like black. So this card, beautiful image here, even though it's saying from the darkness, if you look at that sparkling light there, and it's going up and it's fanning across the sky, going straight up to the universe that is there to help you. And this card is entitled Fulfillment, striking gold in every experience. So if I were to put that with this whole little card spread for you, you may want to start to realize your worth in these strifeful situations. You might want to call in protection, and you may need to take a little change of course, do a different adventure. Maybe it's just as simple as take a vacation. Okay. So hopefully, Miss Lulu, that was helpful to you.
So, am I understanding you had the Five of Wands in there?
You pulled the Five of Swords or Five of Wands?
I pulled the Five of Wands and the Seven of Swords.
Okay, I'm sorry. Same difference, different suit.
No, yeah. Well, I'm
It's
saying
strife.
that's fives and sevens.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
recalculating things. But that Queen energy and what she just said tells me you're going to come out on top. We don't take no chit, man. All right. Let's fix my bra. Okay. Let's go on to our next winner. And once again, before I do this, I'll give anybody who's joining us a chance to join. Hi, Julie. Do hashtag Sabrina in the chat if you haven't already to be entered in for a reading. Oh, you guys are going to have to be gentle with me today. I'm having belly issues again. All right, so here we go. Anita. Anita K. You still here, Anita? Anita. Anita. There she is. Okay. We may proceed.
You're even getting another deck, Miss Anita. This is so fun.
I do love you. I tell you, I tell you. All right, here we go. 1, 2. Wow. 3. I don't like that.
You know, when you do readings for yourself, you put the nasty cards back in the deck and try again. The only problem is they usually come out again.
Yeah, I don't stick them back in the deck. I know they're just gonna keep popping up like a bad penny. All right, so I drew 3 cards and an oracle for you. Um, I'm gonna give you the first 2 at the same time. So we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse, and we've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. Those right there, I would have an issue with on their own. But the next card is the Six of Cups in reverse. This card should be right here. This card should be all about good memories, fun memories. Instead, what we have here is a difficult past that is preventing you from being expressive and from thinking clearly. Um, the Queen of Swords is a bad bitch. All right. She doesn't need anybody to rule by her side or to make her decisions for her. Um, add that to the Queen of Wands, who is very fiery, very passionate, very out there. Um, both of these queens are upside down. That's telling me that the explosion you need in your life, the fire to get going, you're putting on hold or aren't able to connect with. And I think it has to do with the Six of Cups. That's trauma from the past. That's bad memories. Um, this is telling me there's a lot of pain that needs to be healed for you. Oh, look who's here. La Madrina is Tarot D. Um, I did draw an oracle card for you that says El Corazón. This is the heart. This is saying your heart needs time to heal properly. That just ignoring it isn't going to make it better. You actually have to face whatever pain you've dealt with. If you can't do it by yourself, please reach out and get the help you need. Hi Hector, how you doing? Those 2 queens should be bad bitches. They should be in their power, but they're upside down. And I would like to point out air and fire together make explosion. All right. So we need to turn those queens around and get some action going in your life. All right. What do you got, Sabrina?
Okay, well, you know, the interesting thing that came to mind when you drew those two queens upside down is I'm just wondering if this is also meaning that you need to reconnect with your feminine energy and also your feminine power that maybe for whatever reason you have had on hold. And I don't know what that is. Okay. Now, this is crazy. I got the same card for you as I did for Miss Lulu. And with those two upside down queens, the know your worth card came back up again. No, I know my worth. I do not settle for less. So perhaps with that upside down queen energy, um, you need to regain your worth, your vitality, your feminine power and energy, whatever that might mean to you. And sometimes for women, it's just saying no, no, I'm not doing more for everybody else. Okay. And that can really suck you dry. Speaking of which, I just looked at this. So this is from the secret language of darkness, and this says resilience. So centered through harmony and chaos. So sometimes what will let people in situations do to us is a situation happens completely out of your control, but yet it ruins your day. It might ruin your week. It might cloud your good decision making because it was just something that you had no control over. And what one of the most difficult things I think to do is to hold your own and not let this bother you, that bother you. You have to remain, keep your own resilience. And ironically, and I drew from this tarot deck because it kind of reminded me of what the image is. This is the Artist Decoded Tarot. It is the most intense deck I've seen besides the Runic Tarot, which is over there on the floor. We're not getting that out today. So this is the Seven of Cups. Now, this can be too many decisions, can't make a decision, don't know which way to turn, what to do, who to talk to. And I think that might tie in with you feeling like you've lost your power. You need to go find your throne again and get on it. And then the last card here. Oh, this is super. I'm so happy for you. Look at this. New moon in Virgo. This is from the Moonology Oracle deck. It says, trust all will be well. And you know, I think what happens is when you have several situations that kind of suck, you can't get out of your own way. And it sounds like maybe that, you know, all these things are hitting you from all these different directions and you're not sure where to go. You need to find your power, know your worth, and you, queen, get back on that throne.
All right, awesome. And to Taz, who's a new subscriber, uh, hang in there. Hey, Taz, are you male or female? How do we address you?
Are you a devil, Taz? You can tell us.
You know, I got my, oh, I can't say that. That sounds wrong. When I met my husband, one of the first things we did, as guys do when you date, we went and got tattooed. And he got a Tasmanian devil on his arm, so that Taz is always special to me. 25 years, that old fart.
Well, I can't
Okay.
seem to make it 25 minutes.
It's just stubbornness. Each day, one of us is waiting for the other one to give up. Okay, she's a female. All right. Let's choose a person before I start pulling cards. Ugh.
I was doing the same thing.
All right, here we go. Watch, it's gonna be Taz for her first time. Hector! That's a great picture, by the way. I love it.
That
Okay.
is.
That is Mrs. Taro D's husband.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Well, Hector, for you, you get the best deck ever in the whole wide world. And that would be the Healing Light Tarot by Chris Butler. There, I said it. Sabrina, if you don't know, I managed to work Chris Butler into every reading,
All
every
right,
session.
maybe I need to meet this Chris Butler.
You will eventually. He's the coolest. 1, 2, 3.
If you all see cards flying across the room here, I have super little hands. Look at the size of this deck. I can't even fit it in my hand. That's the
Which deck
Sugar
is that?
Skull. That Sugar Skull Tarot. It's huge. And the pocket decks work really well, but I like to really see the images. So I tend
I
to
know
avoid them.
it's the trade-off, huh? When I'm doing readings where the clients can't see, I'm usually using a smaller deck. But for visual, you're right. The larger ones do work. So, Hector, here's what I got for you. Jan, no, the password is minutia. Uh, so Hector, I drew for you an oracle and some tarot. The oracle, we're going to start there, is the card of Mercury. All right, this is about the mind. This is when I see this card, I think about Hermeticism. All is mind. Everything around you is mind. It's thought that can be channeled, controlled, manipulated. I'm seeing that you may have to take an active hand in events coming up, events that you were trying to stay out of. I have the Hermit card for you. Now, the Hermit card is just that. He's a hermit. He pulls back, but he's not just pulling back, he's watching, he's examining. This is associated with Virgo. Virgo deals with the minutia, Jan. Yes, that's right. When you said that. So you didn't even know I had this card. Um, Virgo deals with the minutia of daily life. So I have to say minutia like that. I think you've pulled back long enough. You've examined, you've gathered the info you need. Now it's time to implement certain things. I don't know if you're trying to get a new project or if Mr. OD is trying to get a new project off the ground or what it is, but we have the Seven of Cups, the eeny, meeny, miny, mo card. This is telling me that you have everything in your control to move forward in a successful manner. And I say that because the last card I have for you is the Ten of Cups, the happily ever after card, right? So What these four cards together are telling me is that you have been smart about your decisions. You've pulled back, you've examined, you've gathered the information. You're thinking of going back to sell at a market that I used to sell monthly. Dude, I think you should, because not only for the financial, but I think it made you happy. And that's that conscious thought right there. Let it guide you. All right. I just
I'm so smirking because of the cards I got here.
Hector says, and I tried this weekend and you're going back. Good. Excellent, Hector. Hey Hershey, I didn't see you pop in. Um, yeah, Hector. Be smart about things, and as long as you're doing that, this is gonna be successful for you. All right. That Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups said so. All right, what do you have?
Well, it's like I said. I just think this is all great. Two cards came out of this moon magic, and I just love how this all fits together. So I'm going to hold these up for you, Hector, because I think you are just getting a super clear message to move on with this project. And I will read them to you as well, but it's kind of fun. I'm trying to get rid of that glare there. But the first card that came out here, it says, I will persist. My will is strong. And then the second card, I can guide and lead others wisely with love. So that sounds like if you're going into sales, you're going to need to offer excellent communication with Mercury there, um, guiding them with what products that would be best for them. And then I also got the Knight of Cups. Okay, so the knights are action, and the Knight of Cups is going to come in here and probably make some nice, sweet deals with your clients. And I don't know what was holding you back from doing all this. Maybe you were regrouping, like that's what the hermit does. It goes in and does some soul searching and what am I going to do here? So I drew a little oracle card, and this deck always makes me laugh. This is the inner fucking peace deck. So I don't know why I thought it was perfect for you, Hector. And it says on here, let the crazy ass shit go. So the path to inner peace begins with 4 words. I'm so glad we could swear on here. Not my fucking problem. So I think that maybe you kind of pulled back for a little while because you weren't sure what you wanted to do with the situations and moving forward. But it sounds like to me you need to let anything that's not serving you, let it go. Move
Let it
forward
go.
with, yeah, let that shit go. Move forward with kindness and love, which is, cups, the Knight of Cups, and guide and lead others wisely because you have the information to do that and can do that. So hopefully that hit home, Mr. Hector.
Thank you for letting us read for you, handsome. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, it didn't dawn on me that Mercury also deals with Hermes and sales and finances and things like that. Tradesman. So that's a good card. All right. Trying to organize all my cards here around me. I should have done this beforehand. Yes, you did it for 3 years. They changed to new staff, so I took a year break. You was called to sell this weekend, and you did great. So spot on. Thank you both. You're welcome.
Go, dude. Sell, sell, sell.
Hmm. And when you become rich and famous, buy me a condo.
Remember us, us, us.
Us. All right, let's do this, Brutus. Here we go. We're drawing again. And I'm switching decks to the Wayward Dark. Judith. I'm sorry, Taz. I was really hoping it was going to be you for your first time. Um, all right, Judith. And I just saw her post, so she's here. Awesome. Judith, for you, I'm using the Wayward Dark deck. It's very thothy. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here we go.
I think it's the same card again. I'm getting a collective message here. We'll see if I'm right.
Hmm. These are up. Yes, they are. Okay. Here's what I have for you. All right. So, Judith, the first card I have for you is sorry, I started reading the whole paragraph instead of the sentence. I have the Knight of Swords for you, and this isn't showing up very well. That's too bad. Um, in this deck, knights take the place of kings, so this is actually the King of Swords for you. This is creation happening, new ideas being born. In this deck, fire is the realm of creation. Um, this is this is telling me that you need to rethink certain things in your life. I'm trying to figure out how this goes. We have the Prince. The Prince of Pentacles in reverse. Oops, dropped it. Now I was trying to figure out if these were people or situations for you. Um, I think this is a physical situation between you and another person. You're coming closer. All right, I'm going to tell you what I see and you figure out what it means, okay? I'm seeing that knight and that prince, those two energies trying to get together, but not really able to make the fire start. This could be both a romantic relationship or a working relationship that's just not taking root in the way you want it to. And I say relationship because I drew the lover's card for you. The lover's card is a coming together, a choice to follow a path together, whether it be romantic or financial in some way. Um, I think you're putting expectations on something, and that's causing issues. All right, you're not letting it develop properly, whether it be a relationship or a goal. You're trying to. I just had this talk last night with somebody I read for, um, and she's in the crowd, so I'm not going to point her out, but stop trying to control where things are going. Just allow it to unfold on its own. And see where it goes. I that lover's card. is a meeting of the mind. So it was a good idea to start with just let it go. Let it develop. And quit trying to I drew the banish a curse card for you. Um I think the reason you're trying to control every aspect of things is so that things don't go sideways and you don't get hurt, you don't get upset. But sometimes things just need to. Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep trying to find another way to read this, and the only way I can read this is calm your tits. All right, just pull back, let things happen, and then take another look at it. That's what I have for you. What about you?
Okay, so I got the same card again, and I swear I couple of the same cards again. So I'm going to bring this up because I think it needs to be said, and this is for every person in the chat. It's the I know my worth card again. It just came up again. I know my worth. I do not settle for less. So, not sure what's going on with you, Judith, but these it is Judith, right? I did get that right. Pay attention, Sabrina.
Yes.
Stay with the group. So,
Yes, it's Judith.
hey, reflect on your priorities. So, if there's strife going on with two male energies, Prince and King, or Prince and Knight, um, you might just take a step back and say, you know what? What is my priority here for me? What is my worth? What is my part in this? And is this skirmish even something I should be looking at? Now, I don't even know what this word is. I'm sorry, I'm a dunce, but I'm with this in this department. This says nyctophilia. Anybody know
Fear
what
of the
that is?
dark.
Yeah,
Fear of the dark.
and this says find comfort in darkness. So this
Oh,
situation may not be going in your direction. Maybe it's not even your problem. I don't know. Um, but perhaps you just need to sit with the unknowing. You know, sit in the dark. You don't know what's going to happen. Somebody could flip a light on at any given moment. I learned a new word today. How fun is that? And then, you know, the same cards come up for you that Hector got. So this sounds like it might be a work thing that you're dealing with, perhaps. I will persist. My will is strong. I can guide and lead others wisely with love. And then I just did one more because I'm like, we got to quit getting these same cards, but apparently they're needed. This is awesome. And this goes along with Know Your Worth. I'm going to show you the picture here. High five. I teach people how to treat me. So I
ooh.
don't know what's going on, but remember what you allow will continue. So I think that perhaps you should decide what your priorities are, know your worth, and whatever this situation is, you know, take a step back and be okay with not knowing how that's going to go, and remember your priorities. The priority should probably be you from the sound of things.
That's always the case. Your priority should always be you. Um, yeah, don't go into a new situation basing it on the old one and the fears that happened from the past. I love these cards. I love staring at these cards. This Wayward Dark deck. Best deck. All right. Deck everywhere. Here we go. Sabrina, you good to keep going?
Yeah, I got another 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, perfect. I was gonna call it in an hour, but I really want our new guest to try to get a reading. Jackie, sorry, Tap.
Jackie, I know you. Well, from YouTube.
Okay, Jackie. You know, one of the things I've started saying at the closing of my show is never let your past define your future. And in that past spread we just did, it looks like you're going into the future based on the past, and that's a no-no. You know what I told my husband when I met him? I am not your ex. I am not anybody you've ever dealt with before. I reserve the right to use you and abuse you in my own special way.
All kinds of cards are flying out now.
There we go. That's what I
Eeny,
wanted.
meeny, miny, mo.
One, two. Hmm. Yeah, why not? Yeah, sure. Another Mercury card. All right. So here's what I got for you. We're going to give the Oracle card first. This is the Mercury retrograde card. Now, a lot of people hear Mercury retrograde and they freak out. They know that shit's going to go sideways. Their computer's going to go on the fritz. They're going to lose their car keys, that kind of shit. All right. But there's more to it than that. Mercury retrograde is where we slingshot, where we take that, where it looks like we're going backwards when we're not really, but we take that opportunity to recalculate so that when we come out of retrograde, we set things in motion. It slingshots us forward. We use that opportunity to figure shit out in our lives. Um, I think you've been taking this time to, as I say, calm your tits. We have the Four of Swords upside down. This tells me that you've been chilling. You've been pulling back to heal. You've used this opportunity smartly. Um, the next card I have next to that is the Ace of Cups. This is the possibility of all the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Um, what I'm getting from this is psychic energy. Um, I think you've been on an accelerated spiritual path recently, um, with some serious hardcore learning and spiritual connections, because I have next to that Ace of Cups the Temperance card. Now, the Temperance card is the wounded warrior. This is Sagittarius energy. This is the survivor. This is the badass. This is somebody who um, will not allow themselves to be hurt anymore. Um, this is an awesome reading. The only thing that's troubling me is that reverse Four of Swords. That tells me that there may come a point when you're not just pulling back, that you're um you might be hesitant to take those next steps. Don't worry about it. You got this. The hard work is done. Um, and what about you, Sabrina?
As you were talking, and I was thinking, or a spirit was thinking, as opposed to drinking, that's liquor. I just really felt when I saw your name come up, Jackie, that I somehow needed to soften the energy. And I don't know what that means to you. And cards are talking about it as well. Another Sag card, unbelievable. Is that the bullshit bell? It's time to stop.
No, that's my clean away this caca.
Okay. So, not sure what's going on, Jackie. I think I've seen a lot of this stuff in the chats with you on other shows. But I got two of the Moonology manifestation cards came out for you, and the very first one here is detoxify, and this is full moon in Taurus. The moon is exalted in Taurus. The moon loves to be in Taurus. Um, but it also, the card says detoxify. So perhaps there have been
No
some
way.
situations that you need to kind of break away from or get away from toxic energy to cut through the chase. Taurus doesn't like bullshit either. So detox, get away from situations that are pulling you down into that Four of Swords coffin. Um, and then once you detoxify, then you can move on and lighten up. Because if you surround yourself with toxic situations, I'm not sure if that's what's going on, but once you let loose of that stuff, it's almost like your whole spirit rises and you do tend to soften. Because if we're in toxic, strifeful situations for a long time, we harden. And I think maybe you've been through some things that have hardened you, and it's time to detox there so you can lighten up and move on to your next adventure. And I don't know, I don't know how many Sagittarius cards there are in this deck, but I'm finding all of them. And this says adventure. Horses gallop through endless
Hmm.
fields. Okay. Go on a journey with your mind, body, or spirit. New and different experiences can remind you of your own vitality that perhaps you've given up for a bit, okay, as well as expose you to fresh perspectives. I did a whole talk this morning and put it on my channel about perspectives and also the new moon and about stop normalizing dysfunction. So I think maybe a little bit of that has been going on. Move out of your comfort zone and into uncharted territory. Now, if it's the right Jackie, this card is definitely for you. And this is that wonderful little deck. My grief, anger, sadness, anxiety, or loneliness does not define me. Okay, and I'll put that up there for you in case you want to see it, or if you're a person that takes screenshots of everything on earth like I do. So it sounds like you've been in some situations that you could probably use a break from. Uh, get rid of the toxic energy around you so that you can fly free and not be defined by grief, anger, sadness, or any of that stuff. So, Bobby says, calm your titties down. I say, let your titties fly.
Right. So I want to say hi to a couple people that dropped in. Joy Miranda popped in. How you doing, my love? And Rachel is here. Rachel White. Now, if is this the Rachel White, creator of Totem Tarot? And yes, I believe it is. If you haven't checked out the Totem Tarot decks, please do so. Um,
Can I put a plug in for something?
Absolutely.
I'm so excited about this. I can't stand it. Um, it's going to print this week. I have designed an oracle deck. It's all my own original photography, and it's all about Santa Fe, New Mexico. And I
Nice.
I have to say it's beautiful, and I'm just waiting for written permission from one or two more artists, local artists, so I can use the images in the deck. So
Nice.
I'm so excited. You know how you get these crazy things that just come out of the clear blue sky, and I'm walking down Canyon Road and I'm looking around and I'm taking pictures, acting like a tourist which I'm not. And then it was like, this is what I'm gonna do. So yes, I'm super excited about it, and hopefully I will be bringing it to Susan Lynn's convention here in Santa Fe. Do you all know who Susan Lynn is? Susan Lynn's spiritual way shower. She's doing a conference here in Santa Fe, and I'm just really excited. I get excited about everything, so you'll have to forgive all my fire energy.
That's okay. I'm a Leo. I get it.
I thought you
Uh,
were a Leo,
yeah.
so I'm like, this could be trouble in the
You
best
know,
way.
people. Oh, I keep going around about Leos. We'll do that another day. Um, let's put our wheel back.
Bobby, you don't have Mars in Leo, do you?
Mercury.
Okay.
Taz, you got it!
Yay!
Yay!
Sorry.
Unfortunately, we're out of time and won't be able to get to that reading.
We'll
No, I'm
see
just
you
kidding.
next time, Taz.
We'll see you next.
Thanks for stopping by.
Okay.
Oh, how
Let's
fun. Yay. Oh, Taz and tarot decks. Let's use this one.
We're gonna flex on this one. We're using a pip deck. This is one of my favorite decks. It's called the Elemental North Tarot.
You said that last time, Bobby.
It is. They all are. If I keep a deck, it's because I'm in love with it. I have several friends who we do tarot dumps back and forth. Like, I'll go to Dee's house and dig in her box of tarot cards to see what she has. And then the Coven table has tarot cards all over them. So we trade off. They're like trading cards here.
Razzmatazz.
So I would like to take this moment to plug myself before I forget. You can book appointments with me through wildraventarotaz.com. Gotta put the AZ because I'm in Arizona. And all sessions that are done over StreamYard, how I do my appointments, can be recorded for you to refer back to.
So there'll be evidence.
Evidence, that's
Be
right.
careful what you're asking about.
It's funny, on my website, I think I put something like, I am not a professional. I am not a legal professional. So don't tell me anything illegal because I'll turn your ass in myself.
That's I just finished building my website 2 weeks ago. I've been busy. And I have to put the disclaimer on there. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a financial person. I'm not
Yep.
a licensed therapist. Please seek professional help.
All right.
I hope you guys are having fun. I'm having fun, Bobby. Thank you.
I'm always having fun. You're welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. Um, Please like and subscribe. If one of my mods can put put her link up for me, I would appreciate it. Sabrina, damn Bobby, what? What I do now? It's
Yes, please
possible.
come visit my channel.
Oh, what I said. Yeah, I will. You know, don't come to me and tell me you committed a crime. I was a good person. I'll turn you. So, here's what I have for you. You're in a position right now where you're helping other people out. You're helping them to grow. But my concern is that you might be giving more of yourself than you should be. We have the Six of Pentacles. All the cards are going to look like this on this deck. I love it. Um, the Six of Pentacles is a card of being comfortable enough to give to other people. Um, it's a Taurus card. Taurus is a very giving, very loving sign. And when I say giving and loving, I mean um it's also associated with sex there. So my fear is that you will get sidetracked from
With sex,
important.
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, right.
I'm
Not
in.
just with sex, but with worldly things. You may be doing things for the wrong reasons. Um, we have the devil card in reverse. Okay, it should be like that. Even when it's like that, it ain't the greatest. Um, this is saying you're breaking free of that kind of relationship, or it has altered. You're trying to find your balance again because I've got the justice card in reverse. You're still attempting to find that inner balance, that justification for a lot of questioning going on in your life right now. Let's just put it that way. Um, I know this won't mean anything to you guys, but I just realized it and it's really cool is here on the card. There's green, but that green ribbon makes the glyph for Capricorn. It's a stupid thing. It just I never noticed it before. Um the fact that I never noticed it before tells me it's relevant. Um Capricorn deals with our image. Um I have a thing in my head where I associate politicians with Capricorn. They're so concerned with how people see them, how they're viewed. I think you're starting to recognize that you're out of balance and you're trying to find that balance and you're trying to get back on track because the final card I have for you is the North Node. This is life's purpose. Um, this is all a great reading. This is saying you're having an awakening right now and you're leaning towards your power and purpose. And that's what I have for you. Thank you.
Miss
Or
Tez, let's see what we've got going on here. Okay, so from the Sugar Skull deck, I have the King of Pentacles. And I'm going to come back to that. I'm not sure why, but I am going to come back to that. Temperance. So, as I was listening to Bobby with that was the Six of Pentacles that came out. That's the give and take card, I believe.
Mhm.
That's what you said. So, I'm almost kind of feeling like you may be giving too much. And I'm not sure if this
Um,
King of Pentacles is who you're giving too much to. I don't know. This uh, could be husband, could be father, could be brother, could be a male figurehead, your boss. And it sounds like you need to find a little bit more balance with the temperance card. I love this deck. It's just amazing artwork. Um, and this card from that lovely little deck, finally a different card. It is always the right time to start. And this says, I shine my light outwards for all to see. So if I were to summarize all this, which is what I tend to do, because giving presentations forever, you say what you're going to do, you do it, and then you say what you did. It sounds like you've been giving too much of yourself to someone, um, whoever this male figurehead may be in your life. And when you give and give and give, it can almost turn into that addiction where, you don't even know how to find yourself anymore. I don't know if that's what's going on, Taz, but I also think that a lot of us come on these shows because we're seeking some answers. We know that we're not really going down the right path and we just need a little guidance to, it's that little kind of tap on the shoulder before you get the bust in the head. So where this says on here, it's always the right time to start. So if you're starting to turn around and say, you know what, I need to start doing stuff for me. I am a giver perhaps by nature, but this isn't working. I'm giving too much. And if you keep giving, you're going to break down. Okay. That's just a well-known fact. And it's time for you to stop that shit. Let that shit go and shine your light for everybody to see. Because right now you're letting other people or this other particular King of Pentacles, and this person might hold money, material things over you, where you feel like you have to. I think you know what I'm already talking about. I think you already know, but I think it's time to start doing for you, Miss Taz. And you finally got your reading on here because you needed to hear this.
I was bound and determined to get this woman a reading. And yes, there is relationship issues going on. She says we're spot on. Great. Wonderful. Now, everybody, make sure that you subscribe to Sabrina's channel. The link was floating around. The mods posted it. Sabrina, we've had several people sign up to your channel already, so awesome. Let's do one more for the collective, just a real quickie.
Okay. And then I gotta go. You're cutting into my drinking time.
Right? I got a bong waiting over there for me.
I have friends coming here from New Hampshire and they're in town. This was a former client. I haven't seen her in 12 years. So yeah, it's kind of exciting.
Good. I'm glad you're going to have a blast, take lots of pictures.
And put them in an oracle card deck. I am so excited about this deck. When these artists are all saying, yeah, we'd love to do that. Will you send us a copy of the deck? And I'm like, of course.
Okay, I'm just pulling a single card for the crowd. This is the advice for everybody. The card I drew is the Earth element. Stability. Pay attention to practical matters right now. Don't pay attention to flights of fancy. Deal with what needs to be dealt with. I'm talking pay attention to the bills, pay attention to your medications, pay attention, all right, to what's happening around you. Maintain your stability. Don't let things slide and slip. What about you, Sabrina?
Maintain your stability, pay attention to what you're doing, and be open to change. Because the
Perfect.
only thing that we can count on in life truly is it's going to change, whether you like it or not. And if you have a lot of fixed energy in your astrology chart, you don't like change. But change is not always bad. Change can shake it up enough to rejuvenate you and just give you that little push that you need to be
I'm sorry, I didn't
exuberant
mean to
in life.
laugh. You
You go
said
right
change,
ahead.
and you said change is good. And I'm like, yeah, but change is associated with the death card. Nobody wants that.
It's transformation. If I
Right.
told you all the story of my last 5 years of my life, if I didn't deal with change, I'd be in that Four of Swords coffin. I mean,
Well,
5 years
on
ago,
on
everything
that
was different.
topic, would you be willing to come on and have a full-on interview on Behind the Cards?
Ooh, yes, I'd love to. Do I get to talk about me?
That's all we talk about. It's all you. We tell everybody who you are.
I'm so messing with you, Leo, because we know it's all about you.
Let's do it. Well, yeah, that's true. Uh, all right, everybody. We're gonna call it, and thank you, Sabrina, for joining me and for allowing me to be the first one to guest on. I'm honored.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you so much. I hope that all the readings were helpful to those of you coming on here because we and even readers seek readings because we're just looking for some answers and a little guidance, a little shove in
Yep,
the right direction.
absolutely. I love you all, and please tune in tomorrow. I will be on with Joey at 2 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Eastern, and we're going to have a 420 tarot session. And Thursday, Miss Selena and I will be on Behind the Moon. We're going to actually do readings that night. We decided we wanted a night of readings. So we're going to dig into that. And then I got some other stuff coming up. Please go to wildraventaroaz.com. And I do have a list of upcoming shows that you could check out there too. All right. So that, yeah, yes, Selena. Yes, dear. I just mentioned we're doing readings as well. You're so good, girl. Yeah, you are. All right. We love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. All right.
Thanks for
Bye.
having me.
Stick around backstage, Sabrina, okay?
Okay, we're going to talk